Yeah, hey, I'm Slash, and you're watching Dunlop TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your buddy Brian Kehoe from Dunlop TV. This man needs no introduction. How are you, Slash?
Hi.
So you got a new record out. Congratulations.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
How's that going for you?
It's going great. It's been really well received, you know, the kind of record where people seem to really dig it, and that means a lot. And we've been performing a lot of it live just from you know, demand from the fans and stuff.
So what about this band that you're traveling with now? How did that come together?
By surprise kind of thing. I did a solo record in 2010. When that record was completed, I still had 2 songs, instrumental piece of music that I really liked, but I'd never figured out. They'd been staring at me in the face the whole time I'd been making the record, and I hadn't really been able to figure out who should sing them. And so I'd been hearing a lot about Miles Kennedy. And so I got in touch with him and I told him what I was doing, and he said, well, send me a song, you know, send me some music. And I flew him out to LA and we recorded a studio version, and I asked him to do the second song. And at that point, I needed to do a tour, so I was going to throw together a quick pickup band. So I asked Miles if he wanted to do it, and so he said yeah, and I was like, oh, I got this great singer. So I started auditioning drummers in LA, a lot of guys that I know, and people had been going, you know, you got to try out this guy, Brent Fitz in Vegas. And I looked him up and we played together, and he was the perfect drummer. And then he introduced me to Todd Kearns, who was, I couldn't believe, he was like the perfect bass player. It was ironic how it just fell together. A few gigs turned into a 1.5 years of touring, and I just thought, well, I should put a record together with these guys, and that's what we just did.
So in the middle of making that record, you started working on some pedals with Dunlop.
Right.
And talk to us a little bit about what the inspiration was on the Octaver.
You know, over the years, like I'm not a big effects guy per se, but I've always loved really great fuzz boxes. You know, like those ones that have like a real personality. And I also like octave pedals. And you know, I've had a couple like Octavias and a couple of the old school octave pedals. And then a blue box was one thing that I used to use a lot. I thought, you know, it'd be great to really harness this particular kind of idea in something that is a little bit more controllable.
Right.
And so I talked to the Dunlop guys, and we started working on this idea, and you know, went back and forth with a couple times, and we ended up with this great pedal that's got a killer fuzz, and it's got an octave up and an octave down, and you can combo the two. And it's just, it's the best of all those worlds put into one pedal. And I haven't seen anybody do anything like that since the old days. I use it with a voice box for a song called Carolina. And then I used it for a song called No More Heroes. I use it live for a song called Watch This, which is an instrumental. It's not a song, it's an instrumental piece. Oh yeah, You're Alive, yeah. The single.
You switched up your wah as well.
Well, yeah, the wah pedal, you know, is probably the one effect that I use the most consistently. The thing about me and the wah is just something that's really pure sounding and has a really great sweep. You know, like from low to high, it's just got this really nice sort of sweep to it. And so we've worked together for years on the wah pedal, and we finally have this very simple wah pedal that just sounds amazing.
What pick is that? Is that Tortex?
Yeah.
What gauge do you use?
The heaviest ones they make.
How do you use that boost? Do you just use that as like
that's
a lead
just
boost?
yeah. We won't do that because I'm standing right in front of the cabinets.
Okay, you don't have a
but
lot
just
of
imagine
shit.
what I just did up about 3 or 4 decibels or whatever.
Right. It's fucking cool, man.
And that's it. And the rest of the stuff, these are for very particular parts of the song that have that effect in it.
Oh, I see.
And I don't really fuck around with it that much.
What do you use the chorus for?
I just use it for when I recorded Paradise City. I recorded it with one of those old Jazz 120 Roland amps.
Oh yeah.
I did the intro.
That's what that sounds like.
And
to me,
that's what I use it for, and that's it.
I wanted to ask you about your connection to the Les Paul.
When I first started out, the first electric guitar I ever got was a Les Paul copy. So I just gravitated to, that's when I didn't know anything about anything. It was just a natural, like, well, the guys who play those sound good and they look cool.
Right.
You know, it's just something that I think it picked me. I didn't necessarily pick it, you know.
So how does a kid riding his BMX bike go from that into Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, star on the Walk of Fame?
Honestly, don't think it was ever about being sort of rich and famous or anything. I started playing guitar because I got turned on to it. You know, it's like it was really exciting to me, and as soon as I could put a couple notes together that sounded like rock lead guitar, it was like the big, you know, the heavens open up moment. It was like, whoa, you know, and I just been that hardcore into it ever since. But first thing I did, I think the dream was to have a great rock and roll band and play live, and that's what, you know, sort of the dream that I've been following, and everything else that's come with it has just come along the way. You know, it's a work in progress. It's an ongoing thing that you're just trying to get better than you were the day before. So it goes on and on. Yeah, it never stops.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time and speaking with us. Really appreciate it. Slash, it's your buddy Brian Kehoe from Dunlop TV.
Good talking to you.
Thank you, sir. Adios, amigos.